Man and Machine, the half e-bike in Las Vegas. We're out here on the veteran Sherman. This is a 3,200 watt hour, 130-mile range, capable $3,500 electric hub motor unicycle turbo half e-bike Maytag washing machine unicycle electric dirt bike uniwheel 1/4 car. And you can get one of these in the link below, but we're going to need to talk about this thing. So this is actually called the Veteran Sherman 20-inch right here. This is the 100-volt electric unicycle from the company Veteran. And they have created an absolute monster of a piece of technology. And this thing, guys, is everything you ever dreamed about having as a kid and much more. This is the closest thing you're probably going to get to in a jetpack of that sorts in the next 5-10 years that you can just keep by the door. The way I say jetpack, guys, is this thing really does, and the way that you see those modern jetpacks, I don't know if you follow the Instagram stuff, but the way that you lean on this thing, and it's not like a hoverboard, it's not like anything else you've been on. The fact that you can go this fast and have your hands completely free with no handlebars, guys, and you're just using your body to maneuver this, to lean forward to accelerate and lean back to brake, and then you can put your flare in there. You know how people like to ski, how they downhill ski and stuff, and then you have people that are really, really good on skis, and they can stop way faster than like somebody that's just pizza stopping on skis. You can actually do that with these as well. So even though you lean back in order to brake on one of these, you can throw your own flare in there, like a ski stop, and even brake even faster. You can throw your own, acceleration maneuvers in there. You can have your own style with this. You can develop, you can jump it off curves. It's so much fun, guys, and it's completely silent. Right here, look, you can pull up next to some girls. I don't have a loud engine blaring where I can't talk to them. I even got to exchange phone numbers with them, and I didn't have a loud engine I had to, yell over. But anyways, guys, this thing is phenomenal. We are out here on the Las Vegas Strip, and we are riding, and this is just something I wouldn't advise doing for everybody out there. This is something I call a banana peel scenario, and the way we have this system, me and my buddy, it's on when a situation might have a potential for danger, we put it on a banana scale rating. And this is a lot of banana peels right here. You got drunk people, we got drunk people driving, you got everything that could go wrong can go wrong right here, and I realized that I'm not naive to that. So this was a one and done thing. I had the unicycle, I had to come through here and just hit it one time, film this for you guys, but this is not something where I would advise you to go out here and ride around for 3 hours up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, because then you're just increasing your banana peels. You might just run into that idiot that's not paying attention. So this is just one of those scenarios where you do this one time, you have fun with it, and then you head on to the bike path on a little bit later, or head on to the desert or somewhere else. But this did get the adrenaline going, guys. I'm telling you what, and that's what it's all about. It's all about getting that adrenaline going. That's what action sports are for, and this gave me 4 or 5 days of complete satisfaction after doing it, of just getting that heart rate up, getting that adrenaline going, and doing something just completely unique and new. There's not a lot of people that have probably done this, riding at high speeds like this through the night in Las Vegas with all the action going on. Man, I gotta tell you one thing, this beats going in the casino, going in any restaurant, going in any strip club. This right here beats all that. This is so much fun. One thing you really got to look out for, though, guys, is the construction, like road construction with the unicycles. One thing I always get is, what happens if you hit a pothole on that thing? But it's like, well, it just depends on the pothole, and it depends on exactly how much you're paying attention to where you're going. So I get that question all the time, because it's a unicycle, and somebody's like, well, they put 2 and 2 together, like, well, yeah, if that thing hits a hole, you're kind of screwed, dude. But the whole thing is with it is you see my knees bending a lot right there, and you just gotta, on a motorcycle, you're looking far ahead, and you can't really do too much about what's directly in front of you. With the unicycle, you got to do both. You got to look far ahead, and you got to look really close to you. That's why you see me head bobbing and looking so much on this thing, is because you don't have the option just to look ahead on this unicycle all the time. I mean, it's definitely the main thing you want to do is be looking ahead as far as possible, but you also need to be observing the terrain and the ground directly coming up in front of you, because there might be a little hole, a crack, or something like that. It's going to make that wheel misbehave a little bit, you know? And you definitely need to be aware of that. And it can happen. And you really develop, just like skateboarding. You know, there's guys out there, they can skateboard on the roughest roads. They can ollie over every gnarly manhole cover, all that type of stuff. And it's just, you know, the more time you put into it, the more you can predict what's going on. But it's, you know, anything can happen. You know, you get that big pothole one day that comes up or whatever, and yeah, it can definitely snipe you. But I don't think that it's any different on this. I think basically the same pothole that would put you on your rear end on this would be the same pothole that would put you on your rear end on any type of motorcycle out there. And any pothole that would maybe, you know, dent your rim on this thing, hitting it at high speeds, it would do the same thing on a motorcycle. You know, 9 times out of 10, I feel like. And it's just some roads out there, man. It's just some stuff like that. You don't predict how big it is. And with potholes, one thing I can really advise you to do on your unicycles is, the number one thing that's going to get you guys is the potholes after it rains. When those potholes fill up with water and you really misjudge how deep that pothole is, and you think you can just skim through a little, you know, inch of water on top of it, and that thing ends up being, you know, 6 inches, 8 inches deep, and then you tank that pothole and you go down. That's the only time I've ever had any type of close call. You know, knock on wood. I'm gonna knock on wood right now, because that's just, you know, that would be bad. You know, and that's something that you know, I've rode so many years, 6 years, and I haven't had, you know, that. And that's a common thing that people always say on any video that ever pops off and gets a lot of views. I see that question all the time: what happens when you hit a pothole? It's really not that big of a deal. You know, it really doesn't come up very much, and for the most part, you just go around it, honestly, and you kind of see it before it comes. And if it comes up in the last second, that's why you got the power pads. You know, you can jump just enough to unweight to go over most potholes. And it's not even as much as like skateboarding, where you'd have to ollie. You can just kind of unweight a little bit and you kind of gracefully go over it, you know? But that's one of the great things about it. It's a 20-inch wheel with a massive dual sport tire on it. So with this veteran Sherman in particular, it really cruises. You get it on the road with all that weight behind it, and you've seen the thing in science class. You get the gyro wheel or the bike wheel going with the you're holding the bike wheel, and there's so much inertia once that thing's spinning. You know, once that bike wheel's spinning, that you know, it kind of stays in place. And with this unicycle in particular right here, the veteran Sherman, being almost 80 pounds, with big old hub motor in it, you know, a lot of weight there. This thing, once you get this thing over 8 miles an hour, it just cruises easy. And it's super, super stable. It's that low speed stuff for new riders that's going to be a little bit awkward with a heavy wheel like this. You're stopping, you're going, you're slow stuff. You might be behind a pedestrian on a sidewalk and you're trying to go at that walking speed, and you've only been riding for like 3 months. And you might find it a little bit difficult to stay up on a heavy wheel like this. But once you get it going like over 8 miles an hour and you're off that sidewalk, you know, trying to go at that pedestrian walking speed, you're going to be grooving, man. You're going to be just grooving, and the thing's going to feel super stable. And, you know, I love it. The headlights on this, usually I'm running another light setup, and I should have had my other lights with me, but it shows right here, and I'm all about having a lot of lights. I usually got a headlight, a hand light, and the light on the wheel, but the headlights on this veteran Sherman are, you know, substantial enough to where I could ride, and that was really good. But anyways, guys, you can pre-order this veteran Sherman now. They're about to close the pre-orders on these very soon. I got word, so go ahead and put them in now, and you know, get them in there, because when they close these, they're not going to go live until the next iteration of the Sherman. So that's some inside information. Put them in with my link while you can, so you can get yours before they're out. All right, dude. So check this out. You can get these things that go on your handlebars for your dirt bikes and cut them into thirds. You just measure it, cut it even on each side, and then put it on your Sherman like this, and it's going to be some more protection right there. And it's also more of a grip right there to grab on when you go to pick it up. And it also looks pretty cool too. I mean, it's not going to offer a lot of protection if you crash it, but it's better than nothing, you know. I see a lot of the guys that have put the sliders on there. I mean, that's really cool too, but this is also something that I haven't seen yet.